dear lovely students. How are you all and how's your preparation going on? I hope everything awesome. So today we will discuss how to score full marks in biology, and you have your biology board exam on 19th of March. You have ample amount of time, right? So you will be utilizing it very nicely. So I, Rashni Mamgai, welcome you here at the Physics Wallah Gulf, and today we will discuss everything that is required, right? With the weightage, we will see the weightage of each chapters, how you have to revise them. So utilize your time very nicely in order to get the full marks in biology. So let's discuss all the things, right? So this is the first thing, course structure of the class 12th. So you guys know all the chapters. I'm just going to share the weightage with you, right? And whatever I'm telling you, just listen to me carefully. That is absolutely important in order to get good marks in the or full marks in the biology, right? So each point that I'm telling you, you have to listen to me very carefully, and I am promising you, after listening to following everything that we are discussing today, you will be able to get good marks and full marks in biology. That's my promise, right? You just see, first chapter is reproduction. So, the first unit is reproduction. So, the total weightage of this whole unit is 16 marks. Genetics and evolution holding 20 marks. Biology, human welfare 12. And then biotechnology and its application 12 marks, means the whole biotechnology and the other unit also, right? So, biotechnology has 2 chapters, so both of them having the 12 units collectively. Ecology unit having 10 marks. So total, this is the weightage of the units, right? So you see, this is having very good weightage, these 2 chapters, and you have to do them very, very nicely, because sometime they will be asking you all the important concepts from the genetics part, molecular basis, principal base of inheritance, some important concept from the reproduction part, right? So that we have done in the class very, very nicely, right? And you will be revising NCERT very, very thoroughly before your exam. So now you just see what is the paper design, right? What kind of question they will be giving you. So 50% of questions that you will see in the exam will be based on your knowledge and understanding, right? Other one is on the basis of the application of the concept or knowledge, the concept that they will be, asking you some questions, application based questions on the concepts. Right, and next one is the analyze, evaluate, and create the particular answer. So 20% type of question, 20% question will be this type. So this is how they will be asking you question in the exams, right? So you have to remember, you have to understand all the concepts given in NCERT, like all the concepts which is present in the chapters, right? And plus you have to see how to apply these concepts. So you have to practice ample amount of questions before appearing for the board exam, right? Next is if we see the type of questions, I have told you, you will be having very short answer type question, which includes your MCQs, assertion reason question. Then you are having short answer where they will be asking you to write one word answer, right? And then we have long answers, source based questions, case based, right, passage based questions, and internal choices will be there, approximately 30 would be provided, right? So that means you will be having internal questions. So you total have 33 questions. Out of that you will be having internal questions, but they don't have like giving you 36 question and you have to attempt 33. No, you will be having 33 question with internal choices, right? And now if you see, I have told you that they will be asking maximum question on the basis of the knowledge and understanding. So what kind of the question include in this part? So they can ask you the statement, right, to define something. They can ask you to name the particular diagram or anything, right, to name them. They can ask you to make the list of certain things that they are asking, right? So these are the knowledge based. They'll be giving you diagrams and asking you to identify the diagram, right? Next, they will be asking you to define something, suggest something, describe, outline, summarize something. So this is how they're asking you 50% question. Next is the application of knowledge, where they're asking you to calculate something, illustrate something, show, adapt, explain, distinguish. Or they can give you questions, right, based on the genetics, or they can give you certain hormones, and they will be asking you some indirect concept based questions on that, right? And next, analyze, evaluate, and create, right? So what kind of if we talk about application of knowledge and concept based question from human reproduction, They can ask you that which structure will be secreting corpus luteum, or like suppose suppose after pregnancy, baby is aborted, right? So which hormone has the role, or like which hormone has decreased down? So progesterone hormone, which is basically secreted by the corpus luteum, has a role to maintain the thickness of the wall, right, uterus wall, so that they can actually they do this, adhere the baby, right? They can they can do the implantation. So if progesterone hormone decrease down, then what will happen? Abortion will happen. It's spontaneous abortion, natural abortion will happen, right? So they can ask you some question on concept based, I mean application of the application of concepts, right? So next is analyze, evaluate and create, where they're asking you, giving you some case based study, asking you to interpret it, analyze it, compare, contrast, examine, or these type of questions, right? So see, before exam, as you have 10 days and you only have very few chapters, right? So if you take the target of 2 chapters, because when we talk about human reproduction and reproductive health, they are very reproductive health is very short type chapter. So you can revise both the chapters with the question practice in 1 day. Still you have 10 days, so just spare your 5 days, or give your 5 days for the revision, or this chapter wise question, right? So practice chapter wise question. And after 5 days kya karna hai? So you have to give the full mock test, right? So just sit with the alarm, sit with the timer 3 hours, and just do the mock test, or whatever CBSE CBSE also has given you some mock test, mock papers, so you can just solve them, right? So in 1 day at least solve 2 mock test, right? So in those 5 days you can obviously solve 2 to 3 per day, these mock tests. And that is actually very important in order to analyze that how much you know and how effectively you are actually able to solve all the questions, right? And then how to write answers, that I will tell you. Now, what exactly you have to check before you go to exam? So you have to double check your admit card before heading to the exam center, because that's actually very important, right? So if you forget admit card at home, you won't be able to enter this exam center. Second, you have to keep your stationery. You don't have to you don't have to visit your what we call it, examination center, and it's like friend se maang lunga. No, don't rely on any friends for the stationery. So just take your own stationery with you, and in the transparent bag, right, or transparent small pouches. So next is like water bottle, and just make sure that you will be carrying the sufficient pen that is required. You will be carrying the spares pen or whatever, right? Next, water bottle and the wristwatch. So you will be carrying water to hydrate yourself. Transparent bottle you can carry, or wristwatch. You are not allowed to carry the smart watches or digital watches. Normal watches are allowed, right? So you can carry the normal watches. Next, arrive early at the examination center, at least 30 minutes early, so that it won't be last time hustle, right? So read the instruction carefully before starting your exam, and when you are doing the mock test, right, when you are solving the mock test, so they have given some instruction in the first page. So you have to read it very nicely in order to if in case you don't get any of the points, so you will be asking your invigilator, right? So read it very carefully. Next, manage your time. So how to manage your time? You will be starting with the portion that you feel easier, that is your strength. And if you feel any question hard or tough, you can solve it in the end, right? So don't waste so many time in one question. If you feel it confusing, you can just come back to that question again. So just encircle that question, that I have to come back again to this question once I solve all the once I write all the answers, right? So don't waste your time on single question that you find confusing, right? That's my request to you all, because it will just take a lot of time. So don't panic. If paper is difficult, it will be for all. It will be for everyone. Everyone will be having the same feeling. So don't feel like, oh, I'm the only one who don't know, who are finding this question very difficult, and what will happen now, right? So don't be like that, right? Don't be like that. And next is so start with your strength. You have to start with your strength. So if you find so obviously I have told you that if you find it difficult, it will be for everyone. So just relax, just calm down in the exam, just take the deep breath and then start with the portion that you are finding little easier, right? So that means you have to start with your strength, the section, the question that you feel that it's super easy, you know the answer. So start with that question and it will boost up your confidence that yeah, at least I have written this answer beautifully, and then ultimately all the question will be answered by you, right? So you don't have to panic, because sometime when we are so panic, you know what happened? We just end up doing whatever question we know, right? In the exam, we also end up doing them wrong. So don't be panic. So if you are feeling that, so you just take the deep breath for 2 minutes and then start writing the answer or the question, or attempt the question which you feel easier, the section that you feel easier, right? So this is very important point. Next, answer clearly and neatly. So bacha, please make sure that if you have bad handwriting, don't worry, just write your answer very very neatly, very clean, and that would be possible if you are solving mock test before your exam. So bacha, that's why I'm emphasizing on the mock test, solving the mock papers, solving the all the questions, full questions, full like 33 questions or on the exam pattern, right? Make sure before exam you at least solve 10 to 20 such questions. Total means you have to solve all the questions, all the 33 questions from the papers. So make sure you do that before exam, right? And you have to write everything neatly. So just write this heading, write the subheadings with the black pen, right? Or highlight it. Or if you are drawing diagram, make sure you are drawing it with the pencil and labeling it very clearly. It doesn't matter, you don't need to be you don't need to draw very very good diagram. If your diagram is neat and clear and representing everything nicely, you will get the good marks, right? So bacha, that's you have to remember. And don't spend too much time in one question that I have told you. If you find any question so challenging, just leave it for the end, right? So once you are done with your all the questions, all the answers, then come back to that question and then again attempt it, right? Next, use HB pencil, as I have told you, to draw your diagram neatly, and you have to attempt all the question because you don't have any negative mark in CBSE exam. So don't leave any question, right? So whatever you know about the topic, write down something. And now I will tell you how to write down the answer, because like many kids are confused that how to attempt the question, how to write down the answer. So just see. First of all, you have to make sure that you write down your answer in the point form. If you're writing paragraph, it will be like it will be difficult for the teachers to search the key point, and she or he might not be reading whole answers. If you're writing it in the points and highlighting your key points in that question, you will get full marks in that case, right? Whenever diagram or wherever diagram is required, please draw it very beautifully, neatly with the pencil. Label it very very correctly, very very nicely, right? And before go to exam, before you appear for the exam, make sure you practice all the diagram in all the questions, right? Next is the flow chart. So if they are asking you any concept, right, so you will be giving answer in the flowchart form, because it will make the huge impression on teacher that yes, this student has written beautiful answer with the flowchart. Everything is this flowchart is self elaborative answer, right? And whatever I was expecting from this kid, he has or she has written everything in the flowchart form. So make sure that you draw beautiful flowchart form, you write points answers, you draw the diagram, and in this way you feel that you have just filled the 3-4 pages. It will be occupying more pages, it will be making your answer very attractive, and it will be giving all the answer in the point form flowchart. So teacher will be like, okay, this kid know everything, and that teacher will be giving you full marks. So if you require full marks, make sure you are writing answer this way, right? And you will be writing examples with the black color, or just highlight it with the color, right? So that is again very important. So bacha, your answer should be very neat and clean. It should be in the point form, it should be in the flowchart form, or if you have written point and the flowchart, easy flowchart, you just draw it, right? Or the diagram, you just draw it to make your answer self-explanatory from the flowchart itself, right? Next, let's see past year question. What kind of question they have asked in the past, so that we can predict the answer, predict the question they are going to ask in this year also, right? So bacha, when you see sexual reproduction in flowering plant, so they have asked, total question, 2022-23, total marks 9. In 23, they have asked 12 question, and this time you expect at least 3 question from here, and that too, MCQ type and assertion reason type. So last year they have asked question 1 MCQ, 1 assertion reason, a very short answer, 1 short, 1 long answer. So I am giving you analysis of the 22, of 23 and 24, like what can we expect from the sample papers. We have taken this analysis from your sample paper that CBSE has given us, right? Has given in their website. So bacha, I'm just giving you the beautiful analysis that's going to help you a lot in your what question they will be asking you this time in your exam, because it is based on the CBSE sample papers only, right? So human reproduction may they will be asking you, they have asked in their sample papers this much question. Last time 11 and 22 may they have asked 10 questions, and that too very short answer, long answer type question. Here 1 MCQ, 1 very short answer, 1 short answer, 1 long answer, and on the basis of the sample papers that we have analyzed, we have got to know that they have asked this much question from this chapter, right? Next, reproductive health. So in last 22 they have asked 2 MCQ, and in 23 they have asked 1 MCQ and 1 short answer, total 4 marks, and this time they have asked 1 long answer, 5 marks, right? Next, principle of inheritance and variation. Last time 22 they have asked 7 question, 1 assertion reason, 1 very short answer, 1 case based study question, total marks 7. 2023 total marks 10, that means 1 MCQ, 1 assertion reason, 1 short answer, 1 long answer. So it was carrying 10 marks, and this time they have increased the question from the principal base of inheritance in sample papers. So which they have asked 12 question, 2 MCQ, 1 very short, 1 short and 1 long answer type. Another chapter, that is molecular basis of inheritance. So guess this chapter also carrying a huge weightage. So 9 question in 22, 1 MCQ, 1 short answer, 1 long answer. 11 question they have asked in 2023, that means 2 MCQ, 1. So just see why I'm giving you this deep analysis, so that you when you are solving the CBSE sample papers, when you are seeing the weightage and when you are comparing it with the last years, it will be easier for you to grasp good marks, or you will be very you will be like that, what kind of question they will be asking from this chapter, what is the weightage of the chapter wise, right? So I have given you weightage unit wise, I have given you weightage chapter wise. If you are revising your syllabus very nicely, I'm sure you're gonna rock in the exam, right? So next, evolution. So we are having 8 marks weightage. Evolution, so last 22 they have asked 4 marks question, 1 MCQ, 1 short answer, 4 marks, 1 MCQ, same pattern. And this time also they have given the same short answer and MCQ type question. Human health and diseases, when you see, then they are having this 11 question, 2 MCQ, 1 very short, 1 short answer, 1 case based study. 2023 they have asked 8 question, 1 short answer, 1 long answer. 8 question in the 23-24, so 1 assertion reason, very short answer and long answer. So means this year's in sample papers they have given this much question from this chapter itself. Microbes in human welfare, it's the direct chapter where you it's totally knowledge based, right? So you have to learn all the names here very nicely. So this chapter giving you free marks. So but just see, last time 22 they have asked 1, 23 they have asked 4 question, and this year also they in sample papers they have asked 4 question. Principle and processes, so they have asked 11 question in 22, 23 में 7 question, and this time also in sample papers they have given 7. So this chapter also have the very good weightage, right? And the simple chapter have little concepts, so you have to practice it very nicely. 1 MCQ, 1 very short, 1 case based study question. Next, application, so they have asked 6 question in 22, 2 question in 2023, and this time they have asked 5 questions. And this chapter is super easy, even easier than the application part, right? Next, organism population, they have asked 3 question, 2 and now 4. Ecosystem, they have given 3 question, 2, 3. Biodiversity, earlier 4, 6 and this time 3. So I am sure that this analysis will give you the very, very good idea that how you actually prepare your everything, right? So total chapters we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chapters, and you have 10 days. So that means 4 days will be enough to revise your NCRT very nicely. So thorough, just go through the NCRT thoroughly, each chapter, each line of NCRT, and after that, practice question, all the question from each chapter, how to answer beautifully. I have told you your answer should be in the point form, in the flowchart form, in the diagram form, and in the class I have always given you all the concept in these forms only, right? So that it will be easier for you guys to write down your subjective answers, right? So now let me take you ahead. So in 3 hours, this is the general instruction given in your CBSE papers, right? All questions are compulsory. Question has 5 sections and 33 questions, as you guys know. And all questions are compulsory. So section A has 16 questions of 1 marks each. Section B have 5 questions, 2 marks each. C section has 7 questions, 3 marks each. D section has 2 case-based study question of 4 marks each, and E section has 3 questions of 5 marks each. So I have given you general instructions. So you have to decide while you are appearing for the exam, right, that which section is important, like which section is easy, and you should start with. So suppose you find section easy, so start with that section. If you later find that okay, now C section is easy, so start with that. And if you find D section is easy, then start with that. Whatever you feel easy, your strength, just start with that section, and it will boost up your confidence, right? And if you find anything tough, I have told you, you just have to relax, because sometimes when we are panic, we end up writing wrong answer for the question that we exactly know. But because we are panic, our mind doesn't work properly, right? So don't make this mistake. There's no overall choices. As I have told you, they will be giving you 33 questions. But what is the good point? That you are having the internal choices, right? So yeah, internal choices have been provided in some questions, not in all, but in some questions. You have to remember, in some questions, right? And yeah, student has to attempt only one of the alternative in such questions. Whenever necessary, neat and properly labeled diagram should be drawn. So as I have told you, that make your diagram, draw your diagram very neat and clear, label it nicely. Not required. You don't need to be the very, very good artist, right? Or you don't need to be very, very good artist in order to draw the good diagram. No, it should be good. It should be labeled, right? So just make the easier version or make the easy depiction of the diagram and label it very nicely, right? Next is the next I have just given you some sample questions, that how to what kind of question they will be asking you. Identify the activity of endonucleases and exonucleases. Okay, so there is no image. Okay, so now they are asking you explain the hormonal regulation of spermatogenesis. I have written everything over here, right? So whatever points is required, but when they are asking you the function of the hormonal regulation in spermatogenesis, so in class and even in short notes. So yes, kids, if you go ultimate recap, if you see the ultimate recap, I have given you everything in the short way. So in ultimate recap, that basically we have uploaded all the videos of all the chapters in this channel, PW Gulf channel. So go through those recap, right? And I have given you the function of all the hormones, like I have written GnRH, which is secreted by hypothalamus, and then this hypothalamus hormone acting on the anterior pituitary gland. Are you getting it? And then I have told you that anterior pituitary gland will secrete 2 hormones, that is luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, right? So this is how you have to write the answer. See, bacha, this is the flow chart. So you have to write down the answer in the point form and in this flowchart form. Plus, you will be writing that, okay, I have given you it in the ultimate recap that LH will act on Leydig cell. And what is the purpose of Leydig cell? Even I have told you that, right? Or in Leydig cell also have other name, that is interstitial cell. So if you interstitial cell, right? And what is the purpose? It will be secreting androgen, that is male sex hormone, and the main male sex hormone is testosterone. So obviously I have written everything in that flow chart, and they have if they are asking you such question, then you should know that this is how you have to make the flow chart. Same, FSH will act on. So obviously I have given you in the flow chart form in the ultimate recap. So bacha, you can go through the ultimate recap once, and you will be super happy to see that how beautifully I have made the flow charts for you for all the topics. And you will thank me after that. You will come back to this video and you'll be like, thank you, ma'am, right? So just go through that video once. That's, I'm just suggesting it to you very strongly. If you guys don't know how to make the flow chart, how to write down the short answer, how to write down any answer in the point form, in the diagram form, I have given everything there in the ultimate recap. So you can go through that notes once, right? And you'll be really so happy to see that how easily we have written everything in those notes, right? So but just see, act on the Sertoli cell. And then in those notes, I have written the function of the Sertoli cell. So, what is the function of Sertoli cell? It will be providing nourishment, plus it will be secreting certain factor that will be helping in spermiogenesis. So this is just example to tell you that how to write down the answer. So you'll be writing this flow chart, you will be writing your answer in the point form, and then you will be there will be no drawing, right? As such, no drawing. You can make the drawing here only. You can make the hypothalamus, pituitary if you really want. If you don't want, obviously you can skip. But yeah, this answer now will make your answer, this flow chart will make your answer very attractive to the teacher, and you'll get the full marks. That's my promise to you. So now you write down in the comment box, are you guys going to follow all the things that I have told you? So you have to utilize these 10 days, right? When you get up in the morning, make sure that you prepare, you revise everything from the notes, right? So first thing that you have to done in the morning, revise the NCERT notes that you have made for yourself, right? NCERT notes, but preparing notes is so important. Or read your NCERT, lines, line by line. And then after that, appear for the questions, just solve as many questions you can do. So just, do this for 5 days, chapter wise. Do these 5 days chapter wise. And then after you complete your whole syllabus, revise everything from the notes. Revise all chapters in the morning, no matter how much time it's taking, 3 hours, 4 hours. After revision, appear for the mock test, or just, set the 3 hours timer, and then you will get to know how to solve and from which section you have to start solving. So I will suggest start with the section A, because that is MCQ type question, right? That is having MCQ type question. Then go to the B, and if you really want to start with the long answer, so you can start with the 5, section E. So it's all up to you. It's all up to your way to solve the answer, or the way you feel easy, or that is your strength, or you feel convenient, right? You can start in that way only. So but just see, giving mock test is super important. So make sure that you are solving 2 to 3 mock tests every day for 5 days continuously. So total 10 to 20 full question papers you have to solve, right? So I hope that you are finding this video super amazing. And if you really want me to, I have just written some sample, answers for you guys, right? So you can just check it. I have written some sample answers for you guys, and that's all. So I hope that now you have got an idea how to prepare for the board very, very effectively, right? So make sure you do this very, very nicely. And I'm sure you're gonna rock in the exam. So my wishes are always with you, right? And if you really have that courage, or I know that you want to get the score very, very good marks or full marks in biology, that's your dream. So if you really want to do that, really want to achieve full marks, you have to do your best every day. And I'm sure you're going to do do that, right? So all the best, kids. And in case you have any query, write down in the comment box. I'm always there, and I'm sure you're gonna follow this everything, whatever I have suggested. And when you are following everything, I'm sure you will get the full marks. That's my promise to you, right? So revise everything daily from the short notes, from the notes, and as I have told you, you will get the ultimate recap for the short if you really want to, quickly revise any chapter in 1-2 hours. So I have given you everything in the ultimate recap, right? So you just can check in the channel for ultimate recap, and you will definitely love those notes. So have a great day, kids, and I'm sure you're gonna follow everything, and all the best. My wishes are always there with you, right? My blessings are always with you. So I want all of you to, do best in your exams, and I'm sure that you're gonna do that, right? So have a great day.